Hi everyone, sorry I'm late. Uh, Sachi is not gonna be here, so I'm gonna lead this community call. So let me share my screen. Okay, you guys see my screen? Okay,
Yes.
all right, cool. So yeah, welcome everyone to today's KAITO community call. Just a reminder that everyone should adhere to the CNCF code of conduct and be respectful to each other. That being said, let's get started. And a couple weeks ago, we promised that we're gonna go through our 0.7.0 milestones just to make sure we have everything or every issues, open issues assigned and have some owners. So we're gonna spend the first 30 minutes of this meeting doing that. And it looks like there's no open topics or demos. So if you have any open topics or demos right now, feel free to add it to the docs. Okay. Okay, is Faye on this call? Because I know there are a couple of issues assigned to him. Right. Doesn't look like he's on the call, but I think he might join after. Yeah, so I'm gonna just quickly go through uh, all the open issue. Let me check if this is the right link. Okay. Use leader worker set API for multi-node model deployment. I know Qinghui, you have a
Uh,
draft PR for this, and also a kept in LWS.
yeah, I have a draft PR for this, but we are blocking by that issue, the proposed volume. I create an issue in the LWS community, and Andy create a proposal to support that feature. Yeah. Hope we can get that feature merged in the uh, LWS 0.8 release. And I will uh, then to and I will polish this PR after that feature was supported.
Mhm. Do you have a link to the cap in hand?
Um,
'Cause I'm just gonna paste it in the issue.
wait. LWS.
Okay. I'll
Yeah.
move.
I will update the description in the
Okay.
PR.
Yeah. Thanks. Yeah. I think other than the cap, we should be good to transition to LWS, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Optimize inference performance with HPA autoscaling.
And this issue includes two parts. The first part is the support scale subresource API for workspace CRD in KAITO project, and the other one is the KAITO KEDA KAITO scalar component in a new repository under KAITO project organization. And the second part, and KEDA KAITO scalar component is a release version 0.1.0 has been released. Yeah, and the first part and the scale sub-resource API, yeah, it's in progress. It's under development. Yeah, and
Okay.
I had proposed a new pull request about yeah about ensuring no claims. Yeah, and I post a message in the channel. Yeah, okay.
Okay. Yeah, I can take a look
Yes.
at your PR after.
Okay, thank you.
For scale sub resource, other than the PR you've raised, is there anything else we need to work on?
No, that's all.
Okay. And for KAITO auto scaling, once we can release for the
Has been released. The 0.1.0 version is
oh,
released.
it
Has been
is
released.
already released. So can we call it done for the second item?
Mm, KAITO scalar component. Uh,
Okay.
under the yeah, under inner independent repo, yeah, and the KAITO scalar repo. Yes,
Okay.
it
So it is done.
has been released.
Okay.
Mhm.
And so we can call this done, right?
Yes, I think so.
Okay. Okay. Actually, yeah, I can help create sub issues for easier tracking, but it looks like we only need to fix the scale sub resource API in Workspace DR, and we can call this done. Is that correct?
Yes, I think so.
Okay. I think we should also add documentations. Uh, so I'll just add a note here and
Okay.
create issues and assign to you or
Okay.
anyone who want to work on it.
Okay.
But I think documentation is needed, especially for new features like this. So let's make sure we have documentations before we cut the 0.7.0 release. Okay, thanks. Create milestones and project roadmap. Rita, do you think we can close this?
Yeah, I put both of them in the comment. Do you think that's good enough?
Let's see. Yeah, I think it is good. Oh, I noticed for 0.6.0 milestone, it got renamed to 0.7.0.
Yeah, I
Did you?
remember from the
Okay.
0.6. Yeah.
Okay. I think next time we should close it and then open a new milestone because I wasn't able to find the 0.6.0 milestone.
Okay, you're right. Yeah.
That's confusing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
It
yeah,
looks
I
like we
think
skipped the release too.
yeah. Yeah, I think the correct sequence should be we close the milestone and then move all the open issues to the new milestones and then rinse and repeat. But yeah, I think for now it's fine.
Wait, but are
Um,
there things in 0.7.0 that should be in 0.6.0? The reason why I asked is in theory, right? You want to have a clear understanding of what each release consists of in terms of features and bug fixes, right? Obviously, you can click through the commit history and look, but in general, people rely on the milestones slash release to look at what was promised to be delivered, right? So,
mhm.
so to your point, if I'm looking at 0.7.0, are there things that's in 0.6.0 that should be moved out?
I think it's the other way around. I think there are issues or there are PRs that get merged as part of 0.6.0. And there are also, yeah, it's kind of confusing at this point. Like, for example, some of these closed issues that was originally part of 0.6.0 are now considered as 0.7.0 because of the milestone rename. but some of
Okay.
these could be also in 0.6.0. So I think I need to go through each closed issues, and maybe I'll recreate the 0.6.0 milestone and move some of the issues, or move all the issues that's part of the 0.6.0 milestones. So it's a little bit less confusing for folks.
Yeah, that'll be
Yeah,
Yeah.
I suggest to create a 0.6 milestone to mark the task. It should be just several items for the 0.6 release. Yeah,
Mhm.
it's
Okay.
really a
Yeah.
minor release, just several items.
Okay.
I will bring it back.
Okay. Yeah. No worries. Okay. Yeah, I closed this issue. Okay. Add GPT OSS 20B and 120B as Kaito presets. So this one I unblocked by upgrading VLM to 0.10.1.1, and I assigned Jonathan to work on this. Any progress update, Jonathan?
Yeah, so we have a PR in flight now that has the models, VLM support, and end-to-end testing. And I think besides addressing some small comments and testing the whole thing with tilt, I think we should be good to merge this. I can try to get the comments resolved by the end of the day, and then hopefully tomorrow or the day after that, we should be greenlit to merge, as long as there aren't any other change requests.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, let's make sure we test it for both VLM and transformer, and make sure all the E to E tests pass before we merge it. But yeah, I'm also confident we can merge this by end of this week, hopefully.
Okay, yeah, if somebody else could take a look as well, get some reviews in. And I'm kind of assuming that once I verify the end-to-end test and stuff, we can merge it. So if there are any changes that need to be made, you know, would
Okay.
appreciate feedback as well.
Yeah, I saw Chenghui commented on it. So Chenghui, any concerns if we merge it by end of this week?
Yeah, we need to ensure the test was passed.
Okay.
And I think several bugs are fixed from the VLM side for the GPT OSS model. I just saw them have some issue in the chat template part, but I'm feeling it was fixed in the latest release.
Okay. Sounds good. Cool.
I think this one is duplicated. This one is yeah, and the Kaito scalar repo. I think so.
Okay. Let me see. So, oh, we already make the repository public?
Yes.
Okay. All right.
I think we can close this issue.
Okay. Yeah, again, I think if we can add documentations on this, it'll be great.
Okay, thank you.
Like example usage and how to set up, how to install. I think those are documentations we should add.
Okay, and I will, yeah, okay, I will revise that.
Thanks. Update base image for workspace and rack engine. So this one is a little bit tricky because there is a external contributors that wants to help on this, but I kept pinging him, asking him when he's gonna work on this. He just keeps saying, "Oh, he's gonna work on this soon." So I think if anyone want to pick this up, feel free to do it. I think I've given enough time for him to, for the contributor to create a PR. And I don't think it's a complicated PR. It's just a 1 to 2 line PR to update the base image and make sure all the tests pass. So
Let's
yeah,
make
I
sure
don't.
we unassign the issue though, if you don't think they can work on it.
Okay. Okay, yeah, I can do that after. Generic way to handle model scheduling. This one is also a little bit tricky because it involves discussions and consensus on several topics. Let's see. And yeah, this one is also something I want to discuss after the call. So maybe I'll just discuss after the call. Not after the call, after the milestone review. So I'll just keep it in my tab. At VRAM estimator for inference service. Any update, Banshee?
Hi. I think code is here. It's under review, but I find some things blocked by some like old GPU old GPU like blocker. It's so I just update that. I think it's I didn't see error, but hopefully it's good. Then that will be good.
Okay. I can review the PR after.
Yeah. Yeah.
So one question.
Cool. You can ask.
Okay. So one question I have is, I noticed your PR is only estimating the memory needed for each preset models. Does it also determine or refactor the way we calculate max model length?
Yeah, it
Oh.
will do. Oh, not in this PR. I have a full PR, but too many changes.
Okay. Got it.
Yeah, but now I calculate. Firstly calculate the nodes from it. I think I have already considered the max model length. So and then like estimate not massive, just calculate the model to let the whole thing run, and then calculate the real max model length from the node.
Okay. So it's gonna be a new PR for that.
Yeah.
Okay. Are you confident we can get it done by end of September? Because we have our deadline for this milestones.
I think all things here. So like I got some. I try to discuss. Uh, I try to discuss like we can discuss later. I'll try to discuss this synchronously, like hope maybe tomorrow about other like limit before this, because we don't know how to estimate the node numbers and the max length. So because some other, I think that should be useless. I will discuss later, but now I think I find a way to avoid all the limit like this. These limits are not useful anymore, but I will avoid all of this. I think that will be complete. I think this week, if everything is good, I don't need to change a lot, then that will be good.
Okay. Cool. Thanks for the update. Faye's not here.
Oh, sorry.
So
I had a question about the generic way to handle model scheduling.
Mhm.
Were you thinking this would be moved to the next milestone, or we can still keep it here?
I'm not sure yet. It could
Okay,
be implemented in this milestone or the next one, but
just
I
depends
think
on
the only
the.
reason, yeah, the only reason
Okay.
why I wouldn't include in 0.7.0 is because there might be too many change going into this milestones, and this one might also requires a longer discussions and kind of change fundamentally how Kaito treats like SKUs lists on specific cloud providers. So yeah, we can talk about this after like in like 5 minutes, because I do want to have a hard stop on the milestone reviews.
Okay.
Okay, let's see. I can't speak for Faye, so maybe so these issues assigned to Faye are something I can follow up with him offline later.
This
Uh,
one I have tested with this feature deep EP, but I find the performance will be even worse if we enable this feature. So I'm going to drop this item. I don't know what's the reason, but when I enable the deep EP with DeepSeek model, and the performance will be even worse. I tried several times with VLM or SGLang. Maybe we need more nodes to be benefit from this feature.
Okay.
So yeah, so I want to drop this item.
Okay.
Just leave it. Just
Yeah.
drop it from the 0.7 release until we find the correct way to integrate with this feature, to enable this feature.
Okay. Yeah, I just dropped it from 0.7.0. So you mentioned you use SGLang, and I
Yeah.
thought you mentioned SGLang still performs better than VLM for DeepSeek models, right?
Yeah, I hope I do the correct test. Yeah, I tested several times and I got the same result. Via SGLang much faster in the decoding part, the same configuration. Yeah, I can have a brief share in the end of this meeting.
Okay, cool, thanks. All right, make pre-provision nodes experience easier. Currently assigned to you, Jonathan. Anything you want to add? Because I know it's also related to the other issues about generic ways to handle model scheduling, because they kind of mean the same thing. So any updates from your side?
Not too much. I've been mostly working on the BYO nodes, refactor slash redesign. Do you think that covers this issue, or do you think this will be this goes beyond the scope of that, and we would have like another work item? Or maybe in other words, like, do you think the BYO nodes proposal doc I PR'd is sufficient to address this issue, or should we plan to do some follow-up work as well?
Mhm. Okay. Um,
I mean, you folks added a lot of docs, right, for pre-provision nodes, right? And I think last time I checked, that's the default behavior now, is it?
At least according to the docs, at least the quick start assumes that you're not using GPU provide or provision or anything like that. It assumes you just have, like, say, one node, you label it, put in the name, and then you can go. So
Right. So from that
at least
perspective,
yeah, yes.
that's like the default. Okay, which is kind of what this issue is saying, right?
Well, there's the docs end of things, but there's also, I feel like there was a good amount of desire to rework how things like instance type, as well as disabling the auto provisioning flag works. And I think all of those would kind of fall under the umbrella of making the BYO use case easier. So I guess it's a little hard to say where the scope of that ends because it seems like we could redesign quite a bit of stuff to make the BYO story better.
Can you document what is still remaining?
Sure.
Sorry, if you can scroll down, I'm looking at the issues, right? Sub-issues.
Mhm.
It's not
Oh.
really clear what's remaining.
And I
So there's the BYO nodes proposal. I think I might have forgotten to link it to this, but I can put that on there as well.
Yeah,
The
I think
docs
one
thing,
major. Oh, sorry, go ahead.
I was gonna say that the docs thing was done as part of a separate work item from Sertosh. So it was kind of tangentially related to BYO to this BYO issue. And I
Yeah,
guess I'm assuming there's going to be a lot more tangential
yeah,
issues kind of touch that. I guess that's sort of the quest, the point I was bringing up. But
yeah. I think one of the major confusing part of this whole experience is the concept of prefer node. I think that's probably the most confusing part, and that's what you're trying to deprecate, right?
mhm.
I think this BYO nodes feature is, yeah, there are a lot of message about this feature. For example, the label selector and the preferred nodes, also new added disable or node provider flag, and also maybe we an instance type. So there are a lot of messages about this feature. So Fee has told in the channel this feature should be included in the next release, and we have
Mhm.
maybe should have maybe a meeting to focusly talking about this feature pre-provisional nodes, yeah, BYO nodes, this feature,
Yeah,
and define how to define this feature for the user. And I had a comment about this one. I think I agree with to duplicate preferred nodes, but I think we should define a more simple UX for the user. So
mhm.
maybe only label selector and instance type is enough. Uh,
Yeah,
don't need to add a new flag, disable or the provisional flag. So
mhm.
yeah. So maybe we need to have a independent discussion, independent meeting to discuss this topic.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah. I think
I
we're on
think
the same page.
I think the BYO nodes proposal maybe is a good place to sort of consolidate
Yes,
everyone's issue everyone's issues with regards to instance type label selectors and preferred nodes and whatnot. I think the scope of redesigning, allows us to make this big enough that we can rework things substantially to make it easier beyond just say like simple band-aids like updating the docs and stuff. So I agree this probably is not something we can decide right now. So everyone please take a look at the proposal and
Mhm.
pile on if you have any suggestions
Yeah,
or really any grievances with the current experience that we can try to address.
yeah. So any objection to move to 0.8.0? Because I know Lingbo is working on a lot of auto scaling stuff that touches the no provisioning part. So, and I think we also agree last week that we're gonna we can merge the proposal, but the actual implementation and refactoring is going to happen after 0.7.0. So if there's no objection, I'll move it to 0.8.0. Okay, I know time's up. So anything you want to add, Lingbo, for these 3 scale API items?
And this one is a sub issues for the scale for the autoscaler. So I think we can skip all of these 3 issues.
Okay. Okay, yeah, I can link it after the meeting, but yeah, I think we should have a link
Okay,
between parent and child
I
issue.
will go to the link all of these 3 issues to.
Okay. Okay. And for the last item, I added this last week. I know Gateway API inference extension is going to graduate to V1 soon, hopefully in the next week or so. So I'd like to upgrade to V1 API instead of using a beta or alpha API for this release. So yeah, this one, yeah, I'm gonna work on it.
So you mean a CRD?
Yeah, CRD is gonna, the inference pool CRD is gonna graduate to V1
Okay.
hopefully this month. So I don't want to release a alpha CRD with KAITO where if the V1 CRD is gonna be available soon.
Let me see. Is this already in 6.0? So the current one?
With the feature?
Yeah, the feature. Just refresh my
It's
mind.
not.
It's
It's not part
Is
of 0.6.0.
But it is
It's not part of any release.
0.7. Yeah, it's part of 0.7, does it?
Yeah.
Let me see.
Yeah. So it's not part of any stable release of KAITO yet.
So, but is this going to be 0.7 blocker, something like that?
I would say yes, because I know they're changing a lot of APIs from
Oh,
V1
they're changing a
Alpha.
lot? Okay.
Yeah, because I think they tagged one of the SICK networking tech lead to review the API, and they have a lot of suggestions.
Oh my God.
So
Okay.
yeah, so I would rather wait for the stable one, which they promised they're gonna release the V1 CRD like last week or last month, but I think it's getting delayed.
Do you think this involves our controller changes? Some controller changes, I'm guessing.
No, not really. I think the only thing we need to do is to bump the version from 0.5.1 to
Okay.
V1.
Okay. So
and I think,
I see that the field that we are using is not affected, basically.
yeah, there's no API change on our side.
Okay.
And yeah, we just need to do a version bump, and the Flux controller should handle everything for us.
I see. Cool.
Cool. Faye, since you're here, do you want to quickly talk about the issues that you are assigned to? So there are 3 issues. Any updates or progress on these 3 issues?
Let me see. Can you click? 1 or 2 seems to be the same, does it?
Yeah. Do you want me to close one of them?
Yeah, please.
Uh,
What is my latest?
yeah, I'm not sure. I'll close this one.
Yeah.
Okay.
What is my latest? This is something tied to our previous discussion, how to deal with the label selector stuff.
Yeah, I guess I can start this quick discussion here. Let me quickly. Yeah, let me pull up this one issue Sertash opened. So, okay, yeah, Sertash opened this issue in June, basically arguing that instead of hard coding the cloud provider's SKU as a list of static lists in a Go file, we're thinking, oh, maybe we can leverage NVIDIA's GPU feature discovery daemon set to extract the GPU memory and GPU count as node label from the node labels. So that way we don't need to hard code SKUs, and it will work across all clusters with NVIDIA GPUs, if that makes sense. But obviously, we're not going to change it for all SKU. It's just an alternative way for us to get that information. Because I know in Jonathan's PR, there are also comments on making instant type an optional field when node auto provisioning is turned off. So I did make a comment here saying, I recognize instant type is a necessary field or required field for node auto provisioning. Like there's no argument on that. I totally agree that we need it. But for like GKE cluster, for example, or IBM cloud cluster, or whatever cluster that is not onboarded to KAITO, there's no way for them to use the workspace controller because we need a hard code SKU list. But what we're proposing is an alternative way to get those informations, because in the node auto provisioning disabled scenarios, the instant type is not needed. And I guess we need it just for the GPU count and SKU count. Sorry, the GPU and memory
Yeah.
numbers. So
I just don't know what exactly the GPU the NVIDIA GPU operator is going to give us. Do you have an example what exactly they are going to give us? DRA.
So yeah,
Oh,
these
this
are
is-
things.
So what is the requirement? You need to install GPU operator.
No, so this thing is part of GPU operator, but it is deployed using the same binary as device plugin. So the device plugin binary has a different option. So instead of spinning up as a gRPC device plugin, server for kubelet, it also has the ability to switch to GPU feature discovery mode, where it runs as a daemon set and publish GPU informations as node informations. So no GPU operator needed, even though it is part of GPU operator. Like it can be installed as a standalone dependency.
Wait, so we already installed the device plugin. So how do you are saying that we can change the existing one? It is
I'm
a
saying in addition to the device plugin daemon set we include in our home chart. I'm saying
for a GPU feature discuss. Okay, I got you.
Yeah.
So it's a standalone one.
Yeah. Yeah. So yeah, what I'm proposing is if we have this, then instant type becomes an optional field when no auto provisioning is disabled.
I think that's okay because let me see. What do you have? You have GPU count. We have yeah, count is all we need. Memory count. Yeah, I guess that's the only thing that we need. Count and memory.
Count, memory, and
What else?
GPU type.
We need to know type. Oh, A100 or V100. Yeah. Okay.
Right.
I think let's try this on our GPUs to see what we get.
Yeah. I think these are all standard numbers, so I don't think it's
Yeah,
gonna be different.
I'm particularly curious about the type. So let's say whether they will give us 100, A100, H100, or A10, whatever kind of information.
Yeah, I mean, it
Oh,
has a
should be
GPU
something like
product
this. Oh,
here.
product. Okay. Okay. Yeah, but again, this is some code name. So if it's standard, maybe okay. So it's like we converge cloud vendors to NVIDIA. We convert what the cloud vendor SKUs to NVIDIA SKU, which seems okay.
Yeah, I think yeah, the 80-20 rules, right? Like 80% of the users probably using NVIDIA GPUs. And yeah, I also understand.
I think this is better. This is better than in the BYO case. This is good.
Yeah.
Wait, how
Yeah, I
does,
think for
sorry, just
go ahead.
asking about backward compatibility, like, does this require users to redeploy everything? Or just update their no labels?
So these no labels are not populated by users, they're populated by the GPU
Sorry,
discovery.
no label selectors.
Oh, no label selector.
Yeah.
It's
I'm just
not gonna
trying to
be,
do the migration. Yeah.
yeah. So it's not gonna be part of no selector, because no selector should be whatever the user put in to the workspace CR. So we shouldn't change that. But these no labels are hint for us to know whether the node we selected based on the node selector will give us out of memory errors. And from that, we can probably,
this can be, I think this can be part of the validation. So if you disable NAP, you have to ensure if you don't give us SKU, but you at least need to give us these labels. So how to get these labels? Install the GPU feature discovery daemon set. And if we support it, it's going to be part of a KAITO release, another daemon set to release just for populate this field.
yeah.
So we still do validation, but now instead of validate, hey, you need to give me a SKU, which in those cases, users just don't know what to give. So instead of doing that, we ask, hey, those labels need to be set. For the troubleshooting, if those labels are not being set, so we tell users, hey, you need to install the GPU feature discovery daemon set.
Do you think we can just include it in
Yeah,
as part of,
we can. Yeah. It's like troubleshooting is okay. Now you need to troubleshoot why this daemon set doesn't work. if it doesn't populate those labels.
yeah.
Hi, one question is this labels like that, like I only see GPU memory in this one, no CPU memory or something else?
And in the CPU memory, there's part of
There's
the
already
standard
there. It's
kubelet.
already in those
Yeah.
status. Node status already has it.
Oh,
This
that
is in the
already
label. This is not in node status. See, this is a label.
okay.
Okay.
But by the way, is this still maintaining? I'm just really worried. Is it outdated or
No, it's not.
it's definitely not outdated. In fact, I can tell you for sure that this is a hard dependency for GPU operators. A lot of components from GPU operator depends on labels from this guy. So I don't think it's not, what am I want to say? I think it's still maintained by NVIDIA, and it's not going to be deprecated anytime soon.
this is a separate daemon set? So basically, device plugin. So what does the deploy? I mean, daemon set YAML looks like? It's the same daemon set binary with the different parameters, put up parameters, or different binary? I'm super curious.
Yeah, I can show you. So go to GPU operator, assets, GPU feature discovery. And then you can inspect all the YAMLs that it manages. So
Can you check
this
a daemon
guy,
set?
yeah.
What is this
Uh,
version? The
so
image. Oh,
so these are all
okay.
populated by the operators, but last time I checked, yeah, so it is part of the same device plugin binary.
Binary.
Yeah, so I think the image is gonna be the same as the device
Device
plugin
plugin?
image. Yeah.
Wow. Okay, okay, that sounds interesting. So I think we should give it a try. So I want to see how it works in our GPU scripts.
Okay. And I think Jonathan, that would address Limbo's comment. I think the ultimate goal is to make instant type the flags
Yes.
to indicate whether NAP is going to be enabled or disabled instead of having a controller flag. So I think having a way for us to get the GPU memory and GPU count of a specific node when NAP is disabled is going to
Okay, I
help
didn't
us.
see it. Let me see what you
Mhm.
say.
Should we
Uh,
should we support support BYO nodes and GPU auto provider nodes exist at the same time, or only support only one
That's a good point.
each other?
That's a good point.
So your question is whether we're going to support BYO plus no auto provision node?
Yeah, BYO nodes and auto provider nodes at the same time exist at the same time.
Yeah. So that is always going to be supported. And in fact, I think it's already supported right now by KAITO. Because
Yes.
yeah,
But
if I remember correctly,
yeah, but if
we
we
use
either disable auto provider node flag, if we set this flag to true, and auto provider will be disabled. Only BYO nodes is supported by the KAITO. Yes.
If BYO only is disabled, in a combined case, that instant time has to be provided anyway. So we will explain the behavior. Okay, I see. So but do you guys agree? So if we have a BYO plus NAP together, we have to ask the users make sure they know the skew, and the skew is going to matching whatever the nodes they provide before using NAP.
also right now we have a specific check also through node label selector that checks whether a node has a specific instant type or not. I forgot what it's called. It's called like this guy.
Mm.
Yeah, it's like node Kubernetes IO / instant type. So I think when NAP is enabled and user provides instant type to the workspace CR, then in addition to selecting all the nodes with that match the label selector, we also want to make sure this label has the label value of this label has the same value as the workspace CR's instant type. If it is not the same, then we'll consider that node not qualified and we'll rely on GPU provisioner
NAP.
to
Yeah. That's
so it's
reasonable.
really a matter of calculating the number of qualified node we have in a cluster by just checking the labels, and if there's not enough qualified nodes, then we'll spin it up for the users.
Yes.
So one of my concern about the selector things is like you will make the calculation a little bit complicated because in theory people can install heterogeneous GPUs with a different spec.
Mhm.
And all our calculations so far based on the assumption they are homogeneous. The whatever algorithm you are picking to find the nodes is going to be changed. That is a caveat. It's like our algorithm is going to be more complicated because we have such a great, we just free up everything. You can do whatever you want. You can pick, you can actually provide any GPUs you want. So that is a caveat. So the selecting algorithm has to, drop the assumption all the nodes are the same.
Yeah. Let me think about it. Yeah. I think there's a way to force. Let me think. Yeah, I think that's something I have to think about.
It's working.
Okay.
Is that it should work? The whole thing is we will need to bring more logic here for the selection, right? So you have two nodes, and I think it's something that a bunch needs to be think about it when you calculate the needed node. So because there's a picking logic here.
Yeah, and we assume the heterogeneous nodes have the same label selector, right? So it can pick any node.
Heterogeneous node has the same label selector. But Ernest, maybe we should also think about it because we have a consolidation logic. Try to use fewer GPU nodes as possible. Maybe we should pick the largest one, but whatever. So I just want to make sure there's no conflict there. So if you have heterogeneous GPUs, some of our estimation for node counts needs to be reconsidered.
Okay.
This problem doesn't exist today because we have homogeneous pool.
Okay. Yeah, we can think about it.
Yeah, Ernest, I can talk with you later.
Okay. Cool. Any questions? Okay, cool. Yeah, I'll stop sharing screen, and yeah, let me know if you guys have any questions. I'll reorganize the board after the meeting, and yeah, think about the heterogeneous case.
Okay.
All right, cool. Thanks, everyone.